ZNS Total Sports is brought to you by 4th Terrace Diagnostic Center.
Welcome to sports, everybody. The Bahamas is on a short list to host the World Junior Judo Championships in October. Should that happen, the Bahamas Judo Federation has pulled out all the stops to ensure that 242 will be well represented. Charles Fisher has the story.
Known as Champions House, located off Joe Farrington Road, 10 of the country's top judo athletes have all moved in. They are either CRIFTA medalists or national team members, and most possess a black belt in the sport.
They live here, they train here in the mornings, and then they continue with the rest of their day. So all of them are in school of some sort, so they go to school, and either UB or BTVI or other school, high school. And basically what this house allows us to do is get extra training in.
National coach Diasi Raming Jr. stresses that the goal is geared towards a top podium performance at the Worlds.
We actually train in this room. We put those mats down, and we get some more of our technical training, and then all the kids shower, they cook breakfast, then we start our day. So from 9 to 3, the people are in school, and then from about 4 to 6, we train at the center in Robinson Road, and then they lift weight, so they get dinner, and then they lift weight from 6 to maybe 7, and then we come back, everybody showers again, and then eat again, and then repeat.
The fighters have been in the house for only about a week now, and hopes in the end it all works out to their advantage.
So that extra hour of training in the morning over 10 months adds up to an entire month worth of training. So say somebody in the rest of the world has been training hard, they're training for 10 months. Imagine adding an extra month worth of training to what they're doing. You're going to be a month ahead of them, and that's the idea.
This is an effort by the Bahamas Judo Federation and comes at a price if they want to succeed.
We are funded primarily through sponsors, and so I would ask anyone who's feels inspired by this group of young men to please come forward. We can use any donations, monetary and in kind. As you could imagine, they eat a lot of protein, so if you want to buy a case of chicken or something like that, that's an acceptable donation as well.
In our next story, we'll hear from the athletes and how they are adjusting to their new home so far. For ZNS Total Sports, I'm Charles Fisher.
The Bahamas Volleyball Federation was set to host elections tonight, but that has since been postponed. BVF President Joe Smith says the elections will come off before the end of the month. They're now aiming for Thursday, January 25th. The Freedom Baptist Majority Rule Basketball Tournament came to a close yesterday at the Anatol Rogers Gym. For more on that, we swing it back over to Charles Fisher.
Let's start with the junior boys, and this one was one-sided from the start as the Catherine ran by Christian Heritage easily 64-18 to Narrowboat 16 and Jaden Strong with 10.
Our game plan was to come over with our press, the 2-1-2, and because we know they did not know ball handlers like that too. Therefore our press will trap them, and therefore we come with the victory at the end of the day.
We just pray to God, practice, and like our coach said, don't play with our food.
Now to the junior girls, and this one was a much better, much closer, but thanks to 9 from Aaliyah Henfield, leading from start to finish, Freedom Baptist to their only title, 19-16 over Temple Christian, Suns getting 6 from Claire Ferguson.
We did play sloppy in the first quarter, but as a team we did our best. We missed a lot of shots. We played some kind of team ball.
They just wasn't playing that tight of a defense, and they wasn't getting the ball to the rim.
Primary boys now, and Telio's making it look easy, 33-4 over Temple Christian.
I'm glad we get the win, and we went 3-0 win championship. Run the press, cuts, picks, and for the last quarter, you gotta say, just shoot three points.
Daniel McCoy, Vienna Maria Facey, each with 10, as Temple Christian won the primary girls championship with a 23-4 blasting of Freedom Baptist.
It was all about executing and passing the ball. Our coach always say, pass the ball if you don't think you could get to the basket. And I mean, my teammates, they played very well. It was really fun. I didn't really expect I don't really get all kind of points, but this game was really fun. I tried my hardest to win.
Great job and the display of talent by our youngsters. For ZNS Total Sports, I'm Charles Fisher.
Still talking basketball, the Anton Rogers Timberwolves senior boys are the defending government school champions. It's been an up-and-down season so far. Coach Harcourt McCoy spoke about which schools pose the biggest threat to a repeat.
C.I. Gibson concerns me because they have a favorable over 500 record. They're well coached by a number of coaches, Hannah and KJ, and also CC Sweeting, Doris Johnson also, that we played in the playoffs, and it was really an exciting time. Last year we only played one game in the playoffs, sudden death, and they are currently seeking to go a 3-game playoff stint, which will make the games a little bit more exciting because, 3 games, they will know you well in the playoffs. You will know your opponent well. I mean, outside of the tournaments that we've already played. But C.I. Gibson looks really well. They won their Providence tournament. Doris Johnson, CC Sweeting, all play well. But notwithstanding, all of the GSSA schools play their best game when they play us. And, it makes for a good season because we have to be at all times ready to defend. When you're on top of the mountain, there's the constant adage that you become lax and satisfied, and we don't want to do that. We want to be able to represent the 1,100 students plus down here on Fayette Avenue.
Over in the private school ranks, the NCA Crusaders junior girls have been struggling. Coach Michelle Miller told us what's needed to turn it around.
On the defensive end, I love what I'm seeing, but offensively, we still haven't figured it out yet, but we'll work out all the kinks. Everybody has to come to practice. We call practice and we'll have maybe 4 girls come, 5 girls come out. Everybody needs to be dedicated, and I think once we do that, then we'll start to see the fundamentals improve.
Female basketball at the night league level has been on a steady decline for the past couple of years. Up to last season, the Providence Women's Basketball Association was the only league with consistent play around the country, but play there has stopped as well.
It's difficult at this time right now because the president, Ms. Cargill Sherman, she's been trying her best to have meetings, have it up and running, and we have persons, either not attending or, not responding to what's going on. And she's doing her best to try to get the league up and running, and, we had 1 or 2 clubs. They dropped out last season, and no one's taking that club over, and that's a disservice to the team.
Sports Minister the Honourable Michael Pintard warns more Bahamians to take advantage of scholarships as student athletes. He explains what needs to be done for that to happen.
We have a number of core sports, and then we have the other areas that we're developing. But the amount of participation in those other areas, and they are not at an acceptable level. And so we will be drawing to our young people's attention the multiplicity of opportunities to get higher education through sports.
In addition to competitive sports, the Sports Minister also wants more Bahamians to take advantage of recreational sports in an effort to support healthier lifestyles.
So we're going to be partnering with the Fitness Federation with a view of doing several things. One, supporting existing exercise programs, but developing new ones across constituencies to make sure that we fight these non-communicable diseases. But again, recreation, healthy lifestyle, those 2 objectives tie in. We're working through the Ministry of Youth, Sports and Culture in conjunction with Dr. Dwayne Sands and the Ministry of Health. We are going to launch a very ambitious program in making sure that, particularly in our inner city areas, that we assist in the clearing of vacant properties, transforming them into green spaces so that residents, particularly senior citizens and children, have places where they can exercise and recreate. So we are extremely excited about this. This ties into the overall objective of revitalizing the inner city communities.
That will do it for sports. Stay tuned. The Bahamas Tonight comes back after the break.